Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review The Outpost. And this is a new war film about an outpost in Afghanistan, which is very dangerous and is under a lot of fire, and the group of men that try to protect it. And it's very interesting watching this straight-to-VOD war film starring the likes of Scott Eastwood, Caleb Landry Jones, and Orlando Bloom in 2020. And there's definitely moments throughout the film where you could feel Scott Eastwood going like, yeah, and you were going to want to take down that. And it's just like, oh, he sounds like his dad. Kind of sounds like he's doing a Clint Eastwood here. And honestly, you could really see like Clint Eastwood doing a role like this if he was younger. And I guess it's like Scott Eastwood following in the footsteps of his father. And this film takes enough time for us to get a little bit of a connection to these soldiers and a group of them at that. And I appreciate about that in terms of this film, because a lot of war movies, especially recently, kind of skate over the people and really go in for the effect on people. And I feel like where this film might lack in terms of effects or like a really strong, engaging, and intense story, because the story's pretty straightforward, but at least it takes the time for you to really connect with the characters more, and I felt for them. And the performances were solid. There's particular performers like Caleb Landry Jones gives a strong performance, and he's a big standout in this film, but everybody else is giving that solid performance that this film needs, and it builds up to a very climactic, intense showdown and climax of the film when this outpost is attacked. And it doesn't pull punches at that point. It's intense. The film's shot where it kind of feels like it has a naturalistic kind of feel. It doesn't feel super cinematic. And it's just like, yeah, it kind of feels like a made-for-TV war kind of film at some points, especially with how the effects weren't great, but it really is tense. It builds intensity really, really well, especially in the climax of this film, and it's thrilling, and it puts you right there in the thick of it, and I really appreciated that about this film. And this isn't like a top-tier war film that I'm gonna love, like a Saving Private Ryan or like a Dunkirk, that's might not focus on the character so much, but does things so impressively technically and building of tension that you kind of forget that you really don't know these people. And like with Saving Private Ryan, you get such a deep dive into those characters that you feel so connected with them. And when things happen, you're really affected. And this film kind of balances it. It's like a really well done war film, and is something that I was pleasantly surprised to find on VOD, especially with so many things. Like the best films that I've seen out there are like those low-key dramas going on, because that's what a lot of indie films are about. This is a smaller scale war film that gets released on VOD. You probably don't think much of it, but I think The Outpost is definitely worth checking out. If you love war films, and like this is definitely one that you should really go check out. It's there on Amazon for you to rent, and I would recommend it. It was a strong film. It went out there and did a good job at what it was trying to do, and what it was trying to do, it succeeded. But those are my thoughts on The Outpost. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.